All right, so I want to talk about webbot, an old webbot prediction that it's actually not here yet. So this is not a webbot hit video, but this is a very interesting case that I think may, in fact, lead to a definite webbot hit video. And it's one video or one prediction I've been thinking about for quite a while that I thought, boy, it's not going to be good times when this kind of stuff starts happening, and that is when the troops overseas, our troops, are not able to make it back home because the countries in which they're in say we no longer take your dollar, find another way to pay us. They go to try to exchange dollars for their currency. No, we don't even exchange them. We don't want them in any way, shape, or form. So essentially these people are like stuck over there. I can't remember if it was only the troops or any U.S. citizen as well. I think he was just talking about troops at the time, or at least that's how it would start. Another thing, which I'm going to mention now, get this out of the way. Someone sent this to me in my website, Realist News, and said, "Hey, is just potentially a webbot hit? Remember the forecast of an underwater, very old shipwreck find, and there'd be like a mummy or mummies on board or something." And I'm thinking, yeah, I remember that for sure. So I checked out the story, and he goes, "Oh, it was on Yahoo News recently." So I was able to find it. He didn't link it, but I was able to find it. September 21st. So we're talking 2 weeks ago. 2,000-year-old skeleton found on Greek shipwreck could push boundaries of DNA analysis. Normally, you're not going to find a ship even 1,000 years old that has skeletal remains on it. You know what I mean? That's just not happening normally. A 2,000-year-old wreck that has a skeleton on board, even more insane. Yet that has happened. And they just said the wreck was the first ever investigated by archaeologists after it was originally found by sponge divers in the year 1900. At the time, the most incredible find on the wreckage of the merchant ship was the Antikythera mechanism. I think I pronounced that right. A so-called, it's like a sophisticated clockwork device that models the moon, sun, and planets, or at least the motions of the moon, sun, and planets. But the skeleton, it says, could be even more incredible find for the scientists, who are excited about the possibility of a first ever DNA analysis of an ancient shipwreck victim. Right? First ever DNA analysis of an ancient shipwreck victim. Now, the only thing that is not on this page or in this story is the word mummy or mummies. In Cliff High's webbot report fairly recently, I don't know if it was the very last one or the one before that, but I know at least the last two had been mentioning this shipwreck. And that, I think he said it would be, if I recall, I think he said it was going to be around the Caribbean, not off any island near Greece. So I find this interesting. We have found an ancient shipwreck, and there's not a mummy necessarily, but a skeleton on board when there shouldn't be any skeletal remains, period, on something that old. So I'm not saying that this is a webbot hit or even may become one. Well, they're going to dig deeper and there's mummies they found. No, I don't think so. It's not in the right area. It's off of the shore, offshore Greece. And not only that, I believe what Cliff High was talking about, my opinion anyways, this 2,000-year-old shipwreck may not be old enough. Especially when we're talking about mummies and stuff. So, I think it was a guy, whoever sent me this, appreciate you sending me this, because I had never saw this news article whatsoever. Still very interesting. I like stuff like this, shipwrecks and things. I find that really fascinating, really neat. But I do not believe that is what we're looking for in the webbot report. So let's go back to the more worrisome webbot prediction from quite a long time ago, years ago. In the report then had said there's going to be a time, essentially, on this planet, not too distant future, where American soldiers, how we're all over 170 different countries, we're all over the face of the earth, setting up shop everywhere, we're like we own the damn place. And they're going to say, some of these countries are going to say, get lost. It's going to kind of happen abruptly. We're not going to have time to really react to, okay, well, can you give us 30 days? Can you give us 90 days to get, no, it's like, we've had enough, boom, instant. Maybe they pass laws, whatever. Oh, we don't take your money. You can't even get on a plane and get home. Now, I know most people think, well, we have all these giant, sometimes even enormous airplanes that the military have that can absolutely carry a ton of people. They could just get them out of there. Why would this even be in the webbot report if they can get them out of there? Well, as you know, I'm sure many of you in the military or know someone in the military, they fly normal planes. They fly civilian planes like you and I would get on a plane. Oh, I'm going to go over to the UK. I'm going to get on a plane. And I was on board with some military personnel. It happens all the time. That's how they roll. So that's not uncommon to see that. Therefore, any argument saying that they'd be taken out through military aircraft only, that's insane, because that's not normally what happens. Especially in a peacetime situation where there's no war going on. Oh yeah, get back on the plane. They want us out. We're leaving. We don't take their money. We don't take the American dollars anymore. Sorry about that. Okay, well, how do we get out of here? I don't know. That's for you to figure out. But we need to hurry up and figure it out. Now, Venezuela, we've put sanctions on them. We as in Barack Obama in the club. And all I hear about is, we help people, America, food, U.S. aid, we need help. Oh, but Venezuela, you're under sanctions. For what? For what? And the citizens of Venezuela, what? Well, they have to suffer because we put them under sanctions, so sorry about that. It's nonsense. This is a terrible move. It's no different than when you were in grade school and your teacher said, because little Johnny Muffins was being a prick that day, not listening to the teacher, misbehaving, and the teacher had enough and said, okay, class, you can all thank little Johnny Muffins. We're not going outside to play kickball today. He ruined it for the class. Thanks, Johnny. And the rest of us sitting around, and I'm sure you did too, thinking, here's your little childlike mind, because we were all children. What the hell did we do? We didn't do anything wrong. We were good. We did our extra. I did sorry, kids. I don't want to hear it. Little Johnny, talk to him. He did it. So then all of us, little Johnny, man, why are you doing that, man? Oh, well, no. Maybe little Johnny's a foster care kid. Maybe he's been torn away from his family. Maybe there's some other issue going on with Johnny. Or maybe his parents are turds, and he acts like that because his parents are turds. No discipline. Do what you want. We don't care about you, Who knows? Point being, though, everyone else is suffering because of what little Johnny did. So, Venezuelan people, we got your government under sanctions, but sorry about your luck. The rest of the class or citizens, you're screwed. Starving to death, killing cats, dogs, animals, raiding the freaking local zoo, prized possession, black stallion horse, Arabian, whatever the hell it was, slaughtered that sucker and ate it. So Venezuela is come to probably a pretty interesting conclusion and an interesting thought, I must say, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be doing this video, by the way. Venezuela says 70 U.S. military bases in Latin American countries must go. They're putting sanctions on us. They're hurting our people. They've overthrown your governments, of course. It's time for them to go. Join us. That's what they're saying. Let's see what this article is about. Venezuela's foreign minister called on Latin America to unite to defend sovereignty and development. The foreign minister of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, denounced the existence of U.S. military bases in Latin America Thursday and called for the governments in the region to unite and demand their closing. Remarks that came during the third annual Latin American Summit of Progressive Movements in Ecuador. According to Rodriguez, who spoke to an audience in the capital city of Quito, these bases only provoke conflict in the region. We denounce the presence of 70 United States bases in our region. We have to unite and demand the closing of these bases, she said. Ecuador's former foreign minister, Ricardo Patino, introduced Rodriguez, warning that the imperialist powers will continue to attack the progressive forces in Latin America. Quote, "But we are stronger," said Patino. "We need to be better organized to be able to defend ourselves." Patino recalled the decision of Ecuadorian President Rafael Correa to close the U.S. Navy base in the city of Manta in 2007. When faced with criticism, Correa said he would allow a U.S. base in Ecuador as long as the northern country allows an Ecuadorian Navy base in its territory. Rodriguez also spoke about the attacks against the progressive governments in the region by the new conservative leaders in Argentina and Brazil with the support of imperialism. Right-wing governments in the region are franchises of the U.S. Pentagon and the Department of State that are destroying what the left has achieved, said Rodriguez. Rodriguez said she hopes the region could soon count again on Argentina and Brazil to work on a stronger integration. The foreign minister reflected on the sovereignty struggles of Venezuela that late President Hugo Chavez, leader of the Bolivarian Revolution, often explained to the people. Quote, "More than to rethink the integration process in the region, we have to defend it. We need to build a pluripolar and multi-centered world like Chavez talked about," said Rodriguez. So whether you or I or anyone else agrees with Chavez's view, and we know he was a socialist to the core, his replacement, Maduro, he's a socialist to the core. But what is the underlying piece here? More important than that, they're trying to get the South Latin American, as they called it. It's pretty much South America, whatever. Latin America. Let's unite and get the what they're essentially calling us imperial powers out of our countries. Hasn't happened yet, right? Hasn't happened yet. But now they're trying to start a movement to make it happen. So as soon as I saw that headline today, I said, ooh, we got some ways to go big time before this becomes a webbot hit. But man, oh man, if that headline is not extremely telling about what our future may hold, I don't know what is. I think they're going to start kicking us out of these countries, one by one. And I think there'll be some of them out there that once they see it happening, oh, now's our chance to make our move. We would never do this by ourselves. You know, we'd have the United States come in and spread democracy in our country if we did that. So we're not. We just stuck to the line and yep, mouth shut, face forward. But they did it. They're leaving. Oh, now's our chance. Boom. Ooh, they did it. They did it. If they did it, we're doing it. Boom. Next thing you know, U.S. kicked out of this country, kicked out of that country, kicked out of that country. This is how it starts, right here. This headline. And this is very recent. September 29th, 2016. Right now, as you're reading this, it's the 2nd of October. I'm doing it the day before, Saturday night. Saturday night, man, what are you doing, Jason? Shouldn't you be out doing something, having some fun? Nah. Those days are over. Wife and I, we don't care about that. Oh, go out and have fun. No. Kids, whatever. We don't have time for that nonsense. Go party, man. Yeah, party. No. Nope. Party or do a video and inform some people about some things maybe they should keep on their radar. Entertainment, man. We love entertainment. But I'm a realist, and I like keeping it real with my people. So, yeah, I'm going to stay home and do a video. And, be honest, I don't think my wife would even care to go out. Hey, Evelyn, you want to go to get some drinks together? What are we going to do with the kids? Oh, yeah, let's call the neighbor friends. You know, they'll watch them. All right, but I probably won't even drink the full drink. You know me, I can't drink very much. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Entertainment canceled. Let's stay home and do some Doom videos. That sounds good. So anyways, all seriousness, man, the headline says it all. Venezuela says 70 U.S. military bases in Latin America must go. It only takes a little movement. Oh, well, that's an idea. Hey, we've had some trouble with those damn Americans in the past. They've overthrown our government. Right? A thought gets sparked into their mind. But does that mean I am recommending let's leave the country now while we can't? No. I said this before. You're not going to go anywhere and be immune to anything that happens, economically or whatever. Now, having said that, as much as I keep seeing Iceland, number one country, Iceland, this, number one, that topic, number one, that category, number one. I will say, if I had an opportunity maybe to move to Iceland, maybe, and I mean, it's a small maybe, I might take that up, but I really have to look into it. Do you produce your own energy, or are you dependent on other countries for your energy needs? Oh, you're dependent on other... See, in America, technically speaking, you may not know this, but technically speaking, we don't need anything from anybody. We found 400 years of oil, including all future forecasted growth at the time. 1971, 2, whatever the year was, Lindsey Williams said. They found one giant pool, and when he left, they found another one. 200 and 200 years. We have more than enough oil for our country. If you can produce your own energy... Now, you may say, well, a place like Iceland, as cold as it gets, winter and that sort of thing, maybe wouldn't be the best place to grow food, this and that. But again, every country has the seasons where you can grow stuff. America, well, we got everything covered here. So we could really tell the whole world, yeah, we kind of screwed you all over. We're in the process of throwing out these elitists and these pigs and these shadow government people. We're going to come up with something better. We're going to kind of close off everyone. It was nice trading, doing business with you, but we need to store some jobs here and everything. We'll get back to you in a few years. We could do that. Many countries can't. So, anyways, just a little thought. It's not a webbot hit, but man, it's interesting and it is related. So, had to tell you about it. Take care.